Hello, I'm Abby from Sutton Schoolswork. Welcome to our assemblies online. Each week we're going to be sharing a Bible story, a thought about what it means for Christians, a few questions for you to think about, and a challenge for the week ahead. So, are you sitting comfortably? Let's begin.
Hi, my name's Nick. Today we are thinking about who we follow. Let's start with a game. We're going to do some different actions and you need to watch and copy the action. So if I do this, you do this. And if I do this, you do this. Here we go. Well done! So you were following us by copying our actions. What do you think it means to follow someone? Following someone can be a bit like looking up to them, wanting to be like somebody else, maybe copying someone's behaviour or doing the things that they do. We might follow all sorts of different people in different ways. Let's listen to our Bible story.
This story is about some of Jesus' friends, his disciples, and how they came to meet and follow Jesus. This is Andrew. Andrew can fish. James and John know a thing or two about fishing. But Peter is the fisherman. Have you seen the latest issue of Fishing magazine? Yes, that's Peter on the cover again, just like he was last month, and the month before that, and the month before that. If you go fishing with Peter, you are always in for a big catch. But one night, the unthinkable happened. Peter headed out to sea, threw his nets into the deep, and waited. And waited. And waited. There were no nibbles, not a nudge of the nets, not a single sardine, no fish, not even one. The next morning, Peter slowly rowed back to shore. "Look, everyone!" yelled the boy. "There's Peter, the world's greatest fisherman." "Hey, Pete," said the old lady. "Toss me a fish for breakfast." "Smile for the camera," said the man from Fishing magazine. Peter said nothing and trudged off to wash the nets. Along came Jesus. Now Jesus can teach. He knows a thing or two about God. Whenever Jesus begins to speak, you're in for a big crowd. Jesus is the teacher man. The crowd grew and grew until there was hardly any room on the shore. So Jesus hopped into Peter's boat and kept on teaching. When Jesus had finished, he said, "Hey, Pete, let's go fishing." Peter groaned. "I'll take you out if you want, but we fished all night and didn't catch a thing." Out to sea headed Jesus and Peter. Into the deep they threw the nets. And fish! Hundreds of fish stretched the nets until they almost broke. Thousands of fish swamped the boats until they almost sank. Peter was amazed. Andrew was astonished. James was awestruck. And John couldn't believe his eyes. This Jesus certainly knew a thing or two, or three, about fishing. "Please go, Lord," cried Peter. "I'm not good enough to be in the same boat as you." "Don't be scared," said Jesus. "You're joining my crew. From now on, you'll be amazed at the sort of fishing we're going to get up to." So James and John dragged the boats ashore. Andrew tossed the nets aside. Then, together with Peter the fisherman, they left everything and followed Jesus.
In the Bible story, Peter chose to follow Jesus because he knew who Jesus was. He knew Jesus was good, and he knew that Jesus loved him. Peter believed that Jesus was the Son of God, and Christians today still follow Jesus for the same reasons. It's great to have people we look up to, people we'd like to be like, people we like to follow. But when we choose to follow someone, we must make sure they are leading us in the right direction and in the best way. So now it's question time. Who do you follow? Why do you choose to follow those people? Are you the kind of person others want to follow? The Bible tells Christians that Jesus showed love, kindness and care to everyone he met, and he told those who follow him to do the same. As a Christian, I try my best to follow Jesus' example, to show love and kindness and care to everyone I meet. Your challenge for the week is to think about who you are following and why. Are they leading you down the right path? Are they inspiring and teaching you to do the right things? Are they helping you to live a life that is good for you and the people around you? Make sure you're choosing who you follow wisely. We hope you enjoyed our assembly today, so see you next time. Bye!